Oh.
All right. Action.
Good morning, viewers. Good morning, good morning. You are welcome once again to Schools Are Closed, but it is not a holiday. Schools are closed, but it is not a holiday. My name is MFR, your host for today as well. Yes, today also we are a bit behind schedule. We understand the inconveniences we are posing to you, our viewers, because, yeah, we know some of you started prompting us since 9. Unfortunately, the rains have set in, and then some of these technical hitches come up. We've been able to, kudos to our technical team, Mohammed and Arafat, and Divine. We have Rana as well. Thank you so much for ensuring the start of the program. Yesterday we came to you with a parent who was here with us to share his experience and to help guide us, especially as parents, as to how to deal or ensure the well-being of our families. Today, we are here. We are here with, let me say, professionals, right? Technical people, let me put it that way. We're coming to you today to talk to you about some of the social consequences COVID-19 has brought along. We are going to center on teenage pregnancy and then STIs, STDs. In that context, we decided to bring to you two professionals, one a health worker and the other a teacher. Remember that we are with this program, which is brought to you by Savannah Signatures and Educans International. We are trying as much as possible to ensure that every school-going child out there goes back to school when schools reopen, no matter the conditions they find themselves in. That is why we're sitting here today. So I'll just quickly turn to I don't like doing the ladies first thing, but I just want to indulge myself, so please, let's go. I'll just move to my right. I have an honorable lady here with me today. Her name is Rebecca Matthew, Madam Rebecca Matthew. She's a reproductive health worker. She's going to be our resource person concerning anything health today. So please, just pick up your phone. Go Facebook, anything concerning reproductive health, teenage pregnancy, STIs, STDs. If you have anything bugging your minds, please just leave a question there, leave a comment there. We will come to you, we will read it. Auntie Rebecca, you're welcome.
Thank you, MFR.
Thank you. So now then I turn to my left. I have as well an honorable man with me here today. His name is Mr. Adam Abdul Rahman. He is a teacher with the Ghana Education Service. So yes, once again, anything concerning teenage pregnancy, schools, how you know, if you want to understand how GES handles these issues, if you have any questions, any experiences you want to share, please go on our Facebook platform where you are following us from, and then leave us a comment or a question. Mr. Abdurrahman, you are as well welcomed.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you. So briefly, just to start the conversation, Auntie Rebecca, what would you say are some of the key issues that young people present to, especially health facilities, since you're a health worker, throughout your experience in the health sector? What are some of the major issues that young people have been presenting at the health facilities?
Thank you so much. And good morning to your viewers. The issues that come up with teenagers or adolescent. As STIs, that are sexually transmitted, they present with sexually transmitted infections, pregnancies, unplanned pregnancies. They also come up with relationship issues. You know, sometimes we have some of them with such issues. And then anemia. Anemia, we are talking about when they come with other issues, we do some checks here and there, and sometimes we find out that some of them don't have, will I put it literally, enough blood. If I wouldn't go to the technical terms, they don't have the required hemoglobin. That is the level of blood they should have.
Yeah.
And these are some of the things that we do encounter with the adolescents.
Thank you very much, Aunty Rebecca. Quickly to Mr. Abdul Rahman, I would also ask you, so you are in the classroom, right? So what kinds of issues do your students, your pupils also bring to the classroom? What have you been made aware of when it comes to health issues for your pupils?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. But classroom, schools, being a human institution, for sure there are such issues that will come up. Especially in the communities where we come from, we realize that sexual harassment is one of the key issues. Sexual harassment, either by the peers or by grown-ups within the community. So normally students come around to tell us about how they are being harassed sexually from the communities they live. Just to make it brief, another issue I encounter, being fortunate to double as the health coordinator of the school. Also, there's this menstrual hygiene management issues that young girls always come up with. And then there's this other issue of peer pressure. Peer pressure, as in colleagues trying to lure them into matters which do not actually concern them as students. This, among other issues, are some of the issues that we encounter in the school level.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Rahman. Yeah, these are quite enlightening. I would never have thought that children will come to the classroom and then, you know, confide in their teachers. It just means that there is this character about you that allows them to come close to you. That's an excellent one. We will come back to those. But since today's program is supposed to center on teenage pregnancy and STIs, and Aunty Rebecca already mentioned that from her section, these are very these are major issues that come up a lot of the times. I will just allow her briefly. I think you both have the health background, so I'll come to both of you. To teenage pregnancy, I understand when we say teenage pregnancy, adolescent pregnancy, but maybe you should just help us a little into why we call them adolescent pregnancies, teenage pregnancies. What are STIs? What are STDs?
Thank you. Adolescent pregnancy means pregnancy in females under the age 20. That is 20 years. It's termed teenage pregnancy.
Thank you.
Adolescents are categorized in different ways by different people. The World Health Organization and the UN categorizes adolescents in 3 groups. We have the youth, we have the young adult, and we have the adolescent. So they have categorized all these groups from 10 to 24, from 15 to 19 as youth. The 10 to 24 is the young adult. Then the 15 to 19 is the youth. And then we have the 10 to 24 as adolescents. And so when I talk about adolescents, these are the groups of people that
you're talking about.
I'm talking about.
Oh,
I
okay.
just want to make that clear so that as we go on, we understand.
Excellent.
So any pregnancy occurring below the age 20 is termed as teenage pregnancy. STIs, STDs, in fact, are the same. STDs were used initially. You know, we classified diseases that are acquired through sexual intercourse. And when we say sexual intercourse, we mean all types of sex. It may not be common in our setup, but we have them. Anal sex, oral sex, vaginal sex, you know, are all termed as sexually, I mean, any disease that you can get through these types of sex is termed as sexually transmitted infections. We stopped using the diseases because they are contagious. I mean, they can be transferred from one person to another. So they are infections.
Okay.
And so the term STDs are not used by us
anymore.
It was, that was the name used, but it has been updated to infections. Okay. So they're the same. Yeah, it means the same thing. Any disease that you can get through sexual intercourse is termed as a sexually transmitted infection.
Nice. Okay. That was just educative to me right now. I don't know about you. Thank you very much. So, one shocking thing, I think, during the first part when the president initiated all these restrictive measures, it was for barely 3 months, if I remember. And then the National Population Council came out and then said, just within that short period of restrictive movement, the closure of schools, that Ghana had recorded a whooping 9,000 plus unintended pregnancies. At first, when I saw the article, you know, like, I was shocked. I just thought, God, who are these women? But I sat down again and really thought about it and said, okay, children are out of school. We could say women have always been, you know, we've had the freedom to do everything we like. But my brain just kept going to the fact that, indeed, most of these people, women who find themselves pregnant, could actually be young people. And then just, I think this week, City FM, yes, there was an article on City TV or FM that Central Region had recorded over 3,000 teenage pregnancies. And you wonder where we're going. What is it that we are not doing right? So I want us to just, as much as possible, exhaust the consequences of these unprotected sex that you talked about. If we could just delve into it, you know, exhaust it, so that our viewers, our young people, our parents watching us now, understand what it is at stake, so that we do as much as we can to prevent some of these occurrences from happening. So I'll begin with you, Mr. Abdul Rahman, from your education perspective, from, yes, you have a little, you have some health background, but I want to know, as a teacher, what you tell your kids when it comes to issues of STIs and teenage pregnancy.
Thanks so much. As I said earlier on, the school setting is one of the human institutions we should think of. And as a teacher, there's a need one leaves a legacy, no matter what. And the children we are bringing up, surely we want them to represent us one day.
Definitely.
And for sure, if this STI, this unintended or teenage pregnancy issues will have to get them out of school, that legacy, I'm sure, will not be what we are yearning for. So for me, One of the basic things I would like to say and to encourage parents more on is, one, responsible parenthood is key. Most of these young ones, we see them out there, we realize that they go from person to person, possibly seeking help. And they are these irresponsible adults in and around our communities. Not to even talk of their peers, but those grown-ups surely pretending to be of help to the young ones. So in case that unintended thing happens, possibly you as a parent will have a problem. And one of the basic problems is, aside the STI, you have your young one given birth at the age of 13, 14, possibly to 19. How sure are you that this child is able to cope with the pregnancy? So with that fact, what I would like to say is that there are so much effects regarding teenage pregnancy. And one of the effects I should be talking about is that as a teacher, we see that most of these young ones are dropping out of school. And for sure, when they drop out of school, what else? The future.
And I think you should highlight the fact that it's mostly not the boys. It's the one who is carrying the pregnancy that drops out, right?
Sure.
Who is the girl?
Yes,
okay.
Possibly it's the girl. And you know, the end effect is on that particular young girl. And the reality is that possibly the boy who has done it or who is doing it to so many other young ones out there is in school. Yeah. And possibly somewhere doing better. But this your young one who is now dropped out of school possibly was one of the only girl in your family, possibly who was like in school. Yeah. And there was a hope from the family that this very girl could bring some brightness to your family. But now that she's dropped out, what else do you have to say? So as parents, we need to be cautious. We need to take prudent measures in order to keep this situation. And another thing I'll be looking at is that apart from being dropped out and having their hopes and dreams shattered, there's this other issue of health-related issues, which I'm sure Madam will deal with it. Yeah. But we realize that these young girls will give underway children. Who is the girl at all? And how can she carry pregnancy up to the due date? 9 months is not that easy. So you consider your young girl upcoming, very vibrant, but only to realize that somebody somewhere impregnates her. How can she carry this pregnancy? So with that, I think I will leave it to Madam. But another thing we look at is stigmatization. Yeah. When this girl is pregnant, in the first place, the colleagues will stigmatize her, whether she likes it or not. And she will begin to be called names. And one of the best names I can think of is prostitute. Most of the young ones will say, this is the prostitute in my class. She became pregnant, and this was the boy responsible. But the name of the boy will not keep coming and coming. It's just the girl. She will be seen carrying the pregnancy till she is due. So for that matter, this name attached to the girl is something which is of a shame to the family as well. Yeah. And then another thing we are looking at is that she is tagged to the family as well. So for that matter, the name is again tagged to the same family, the family of prostitutes. So for that matter, as parents, let's be realistic and observe certain protocols that are needed to keep this menace.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Rahman. I believe it's because of this stigma. Yes, you know I'll go there. This stigmatization part that a lot of parents feel that, yeah, so once she's pregnant and I don't want shame in my family, then let me push her to the man, marry the man or go and live with the man. But yeah, whether she's, the fact that she's 13, 14 and you're pushing her somewhere else is an offense. She's not supposed to be there. She's supposed to be in school. She's supposed to be in your home for you to care for her. Madam Rebecca, please take us through some of the health consequences of teenage pregnancies of STIs, please.
From what is said, because of the stigma, they end up trying to do away with the pregnancy.
Abortions.
Abortion. So they go in for something we call unsafe abortion. They either resort to the chemist or their peers will tell them, grind this and mix this herb and insert this or drink that. And so they would end up in the hospital sometimes with bleeding complications with infections, we call something septicemia. With infections, because they have inserted things in the vagina, and then some part of the products, conception products are out, but not everything came out. And so the retained ones becomes infected. Wow. And then the blood is infected, and sometimes they get to the hospital in that state. So we do have the unsafe abortions. A number of them do come to us, and sometimes we lose them, depending on the state in which you arrived at the hospital. STIs, like I explained initially, we have a number of diseases that you can acquire or you can get through sexual intercourse. The common one is gonorrhea, which have several names in our local dialects. We have chlamydia, we have syphilis, we have chancroid. Those ones are not very common these days, but they are part of it. We have vaginitis. We have a number of them. HIV is one of them. Hepatitis B is one. And I believe corona will even be one, because if we avoid physical contact, it means that if you come into contact with someone if you have sexual contact with someone who is infected with COVID, you are likely to get infected too. So all these things can occur. You can't get these diseases or these infections through sexual intercourse. And what happens is that, unfortunately, in females, sometimes these are not expressed, some of the symptoms are not expressed, especially with gonorrhea. In the man, when a man comes into contact with the bacteria, within 3 days, there will be symptoms. And the man cannot bear the symptoms. And so he will rush to the hospital. But in the female, it is opposite. You don't have any sign, and you don't have any symptom. And so you walk around with it for a long time, leading to complications that can cause infertility later in life when you want to bear children. And again, even if you get pregnant, you can transfer this infection to your baby during delivery. Same with hepatitis and HIV. You can transfer that to the baby even in your womb, or when the baby is out and you are breastfeeding, you are likely to transfer these infections to the baby. Again, gonorrhea, if you are infected with gonorrhea and chlamydia, you are likely to give birth to a baby who will have problems with the eyes that can result in blindness. So these are some of the consequences in pregnancy associated with STIs. But coming back to the teenager who is pregnant, it also has issues, like he rightly mentioned. This young lady is not prepared, both physical, emotional, psychological. She is not ready for pregnancy. So her body is not matured enough to carry a healthy pregnancy to term and have a healthy baby. Psychologically, she is not prepared, and that has effects on her baby, on her health as well. And so, and like I mentioned, most of the time, teenagers are anemic. If there is time when we'll go into that why it is so. Teenagers at a point in life, you know, they are transiting from childhood to adulthood. So, because of where they find themselves, they try to play the role of an adult, and yet they are young. So they choose what they want to eat. They want to be slim. And so some of them may have the food, but will not want to eat because they want to maintain a certain figure.
The figure, yes.
And some of them have issues again because they don't, they don't have the means to take care of themselves. But because of that transition that is occurring, you know, the parents have shifted their attention from them. They don't worry themselves to find out what they eat because they feel you are grown enough to decide. And so it tends to affect their nutrition. So they go, these pregnancies occur when they have low HB. That is the low blood level that I spoke about.
Okay.
And so they start pregnancy already with a problem because once you have low blood, levels in your system, pregnancy, you're likely to encounter complications. And some complications are that you may have a preterm, if you don't have an abortion which they're already looking for. Naturally, sometimes the body will expel the baby. Or you may carry this pregnancy, but you cannot carry the pregnancy to term. So you have a preterm baby that comes with a low birth weight and the rest. And then low birth weight also comes with a lot of issues. And then you have this baby that nobody wants because the mother carrying that baby herself does not want the baby. So sometimes you have them throw these babies out. I think normally recently with babies from different areas of late where they love the baby and throw away. Some dead, one was alive. So that baby is thrown away at the end of it all. And so it comes with a whole lot of issues, psychological trauma to the young girl. And that's what pushes them to go in for the unsafe abortion. So this young lady is trapped with the pregnancy. Parents rejecting her. The man responsible probably is not even ready for it. And so what will she do? Yeah. She's forced to go into, other things, pick other things that will help her abort the pregnancy. So, briefly, I think these are the things that, the common things that we see. And so the young adult, the female young adult needs help. As we pass information, I think we are doing a lot of that. And he mentioned something. You mentioned that about the increase in teenage pregnancy. Shocking. It's just that we haven't come out probably.
We don't have the concrete numbers yet.
Okay. Nobody has gone into that research and come up with concrete figures. I think a colleague told me she operates a drugstore. Over-the-counter medicines. And she told me that it's pathetic. She has a number of young girls coming in to seek abortion from her shop. Wow. And then you've asked, and it's like schools are closed. And we are at home. And so it has happened. But I want to go back to school when school reopens. And something she mentioned again that saddened me was that parents are pushing these young girls to marry. Because they feel that the school is closed. You are of age. Nobody knows when you are going back to school. And already there was a man that was interested in you that they were trying to, negotiate and let you finish school. And now that you are not schooling, then marry. So when she told me, I was sad, that the girls come in, because she's a health worker, she interacts with them. And these are the issues that,
they're coming up.
They come with. So I think basically these are the things that we are confronted with.
Thank you so much, Auntie. Thank you so much, Madam. I am saddened. I think the feeling is not new, but it just keeps coming all the time when you keep hearing that, yes, it is still happening. It is continuing to happen. It is happening. Please, parents, If your child is 13 or 14 and she's pregnant, and you think that by pushing her into a pregnancy you are solving the issue, it is not true. Chief told you here yesterday, these things give birth to other problems. In the end, you will still be the same person to be taking care of the girl and her child. Please, let's ensure the safety of our girls especially. I mean, in the mornings, now when you even roam town, you see children just loitering about. And you wonder, at times at night, I go out to go and buy things. You just see small girls moving around, and you wonder, where are their parents? Please, just donating sperms and wombs for babies to be made does not mean that you are parenting the child. We need to start parenting our children. That is our responsibility as parents. Thank you very much. You are still watching Schools Are Closed. It's not a holiday. Yeah, I am passionate, excuse me for that, but these things affect me a lot because we've had a lot of experiences dealing with these issues, and it's pathetic.
Yeah, look, before you go on,
yes, Auntie Becky.
These girls during delivery also
obstetric fistula, right?
Fistulas, they have something we call PPH, that is postpartum hemorrhage. They are prone to bleeding, and then tears.
Yeah.
You can have very bad tears because the vaginal orifice is small, not matured, and the baby is coming out through that. So delivery complications to both mother and baby are also serious things that can occur.
Thank you for adding that. They are lifelong consequences. I mean, that's what she's trying to say. That the consequences, it just doesn't happen and leave. It follows that human being for the rest of their lives if care is not taken, if she is not helped out of that situation she finds herself in. Hopefully, for those of us whose children are not pregnant yet, whose girls are not pregnant yet, we still have a role to play, and that's where we are going now. For those of you who have pregnant girls, it has happened already. We just have to find a way to ensure that they get the right help, the right support that they need at this point in their lives. Schools are closed, but it is not a holiday. This is an initiative by Savannah Signatures in collaboration with Educans International. We want to ensure that every school-going child goes back to school once these restrictions are lifted, once schools are reopened. Mr. Rahman, in your line of work, I know you are here in your own capacity, but you have quite a repertoire of experience. What has been the experience for you? How has it been like when you find pregnant girls in school, coming to school? Have you chanced on any such situation before? When you interact with these girls, what do they tell you? How do they feel about coming back to school? Is it something that they look forward to? I mean, just somewhat walk us through the minds of these pregnant girls when they decide that, yes, I want to come back to school.
Well, I'm so grateful for this. This is a real lifetime experience I had just before we came home from the corona break. A girl from Cheshi Asi called Ibrahim Zuleha recently was impregnated and has been hiding this pregnancy with her uniform and possibly wearing other things on top of the uniform. God being so good on my part, I was able to detect that.
Wow.
I really called her and she actually denied. So I had to move on to mother, told her, you know, from our local parents, sorry and pardon me to say, Abima Tame. which means that there's a change in your daughter.
Okay.
And possibly she understood what it meant, but she wanted to deny. I said, well, I'm a teacher and I'm into health as well. So for that matter, this is the changes I have seen. For that matter, find out from your daughter. We were there for long and the woman never showed up again. But the girl kept on coming to school. And now from these pregnancies, so much complications, so much health-related issues. So I saw these changes that goes on and on and on in the girl. So the very day we were to leave the school for this corona, I spoke with my head teacher, spoke with some colleagues who matter in this whole health thing. So we sat the girl down and told her, we knew you are pregnant. And for sure, the pregnancy is about 6 months old, if I'm not wrong. Then she started crying.
Oh.
Yeah, I told her that, see, we don't mean to hurt you. I have observed this from day one. I have seen that this girl is carrying a pregnancy. So for that matter, it's not anything new to me. So the best I can help you is that study in school. GES as an institution has policies.
Okay.
And this policies does not sack the girl from school.
Excellent. Parents.
Does not sack the girl from school.
Parents.
Even as much as the girl can even wear the household dress into school, she's allowed in school.
Wonderful.
Yes. This is one of the things parents should actually know. And possibly some other teachers who are not in the know. Actually, so I told the girl that with this your situation, I realized that your uniform no longer fits you. For that matter, talk with you. Are you pregnant? There she confided in me and said, Master, yes. Quickly I sent for the mother, and then the mother was brought to the school. I told her, I spoke with you some time ago and you were denying. Now your girl is here, and she has accepted the fact that she's pregnant. So what do you think we'll do? And the mother too was in tears and told me point blank that the girl has disappointed them as a family. She couldn't open it up. She knew she was their only. I said, well, you should have mentioned this earlier. We have professionals whom we could have related to, maybe for further assistance. But now there is this much, what else can we do? Let the girl still be in school. Let her act as a student. When she's due, let her even be. GES policies again has something we call intermittence, where possibly the girl is allowed in school with the baby, and once a while goes out to even breastfeed the baby. And
you see, all these things are here. All these things are there to make these things possible. Please, let us educate ourselves. Mr. Rahman, please go on.
So for that, GES does not disallow these girls in school. So when I mentioned all this to the mother, she had no other thing to say. Then she asked us, what then can we do? I said, with how old the pregnancy is, I'm not an expert in that health aspect. Carry this girl to the hospital, have her tested, and do this fetal age thing. So when you get to know how long it is, we'll then advise you. So the next day he came back, and then possibly I went to the community because we had gone home. And then they told me it was 5 to 6 months old.
Wow.
So I'm sure right now we speak, the girl possibly might
have given birth,
And God being so good, I haven't heard any bad news about her. Nobody from the community called.
Maybe you should check. You should check
so
up on her and see.
When our girls are pregnant, GES policies are them in school. So let's not even abandon them as parents. Let's just bring them to school. Let them stay in school. We should let the girls feel at home. They are still part of us. They are the young ones who have come. They only need guidance. So possible we need to guide them. We need not shame them.
No.
We need not leave them to the streets.
Not at all.
And possibly there's this thing we call cohabitation, where parents sack these young ones to join the person responsible for the pregnancy. And with this situation, you are only worsening things because the harm has already been done. So for that matter, what else do you want the girl to do? And as a parent, if you fail to take care of your own child, the outside world will train the child for you.
Yeah.
And they will only train the
Indeed.
child more.
Yes, yes.
So one of the things I should also be highlighting is that most of these young ones, when they are pregnant, in a way they will hide it from you. So we should be responsible parents.
Yeah.
And being responsible, you should know the in and out of your daughter. So when immediately they conceive, you should know. Most of these young girls, we tend to be parents, but we are not. because their menstruation, whatever health issues they have, they relate more to the mothers than to the fathers. So possibly if by the end of the month your daughter is unable to ask for maybe sanitary pads, then you should be worried. Something is clicking somewhere.
Exactly.
And immediately act on it. If you're not so sure, take the girl to the health facility, and right away you have results.
Yeah.
So most of us, we don't do that. And as parents, if you fail to do this, you keep hiding and hiding. And at the end of it, or what happens?
Yeah.
The whole shame comes back to you.
Yeah.
So with schools, these are some of the things some of us do as teachers. We relate so much to the girl especially. But before I came into this studio, I spoke with the girl child education coordinator of Tamale Metro Education Office, and who told me that truly, Madam was saying it, about the hikes in the number of pregnancies. Well, really because we don't have maybe an updated figure in the Tamale Metro as well.
Yeah.
It's happening. She made mention of Saka, she made mention of Zozugo, she made mention of Lamashegu, which I'm adding my own school, Kishi. All these schools recorded girl child pregnancies.
Wow.
So Madame said for the sake of confidentiality, she wouldn't be able to disclose names.
No, we don't have to go there.
It's enough.
Yeah.
The fact that you are from the office, telling me the realities on the ground, I'll pick it, but I'll mention your name.
Okay.
So she's the coordinator of girl child education.
Yeah.
Yes.
Girl child coordinator, Tamale Metro, right? Thank you so much. It means we have a lot of work to do to ensure that these girls come back to school when schools are reopened. Teenage pregnancies. He just talked about the cohabitation issue again. This teenage pregnancy is fast becoming one of the drivers of child marriages in quote. Most of the times when you even get into the families, you understand that it's not child marriage per se, but it is not a legal marriage, let me say. It's just a cohabitation issue. Just because the girls get pregnant and then the parents say, oh yeah, go and stay with the boy. And that worsens the plight of these girls, like we have been saying all morning. Everybody needs support. That's one thing I think that is coming clear. These things happen. Some of them will get pregnant. We are all not the same, but it does not mean that the minute they get pregnant, then we have to leave them to their own fates. No, they are still children. They will need help. They will need guidance out of the situations they find themselves in. Auntie Becky, please, does Ghana Health Service have any specialized form of care for adolescent pregnant girls? Yes.
The Ghana Health Service has put a number of things in place to help the adolescents. One is the adolescent corners that were created in health facilities. And these adolescent corners are simply space that we have created in our health facilities so that adolescents can walk in and access health services without difficulty. And the services they can offer is family planning services, counseling. They can also come in during counseling. A number of things are discussed. Relationship issues are discussed, diets. And then at the clinic, they have designed a reporting format so that when they come, we take down their ages, you consider what brought them to the clinic, you do a number of examinations for them. And in fact, in some areas, they have been able to develop it as such that it is a playground, and at the same time, a provider, a service health provider is there. Okay. So that when these young ones walk in there, nobody can tell what exactly they are going to do. Because we have challenges in our society with young people accessing health services. Immediately they walk in there, somebody's asking, what do you want there? And already the, idea
perception
or the suspicion is
yeah.
that you've gone in for an abortion, especially if you are a female.
A girl.
So sometimes they have a problem, but they don't know whom to talk to. So these adolescent corners in some facilities are designed in such a way that they are adolescent friendly. And actually that is what the Ghana Health Service has come up with, adolescent friendly health services incorporated into our services.
Okay.
So that these adults, adolescents can walk in confidently without any intimidation, without any fear. Walk in there to access any health service that they want concerning, their reproductive health. And so we have these corners all over the country. And even in my department, we have special attention we give to adolescents.
Young people.
So that when they come in, they can trust you and confide in you, and you discuss issues and help them to solve it. They have also come up with something we call safety nest for adolescent pregnant girls. And that one too, the antenatal is designed in such a way that they don't need to come and mix with their mothers.
Exactly.
Because you can imagine you come to a antenatal
clinic,
for antenatal care, and then you meet a mother. But the mother is giving birth and you are also pregnant. Or you meet a mother's rival, or you meet an auntie. And when they come, the adult women tend to pass statements that offend them. Look at this small girl, what do you... And some of them will even are bold enough to confront them in the midst of their colleagues,
others.
that what do you want here? And so for that matter, the safety nest is such that a training was ongoing for 2018, 2019, thereabout. There was a training of health providers on how to offer adolescent-friendly services. So if you are a midwife and you are in the district, you find special time convenient for the adolescent to come. So it is not necessary that mandatory that they come in the morning only. It could be in the evening. You could design your time with them and go to the community, get these young girls who are pregnant, talk with them, find out the convenient time that they think they can come to you to take care of them. Then you arrange with them, and they all know, on this day, we are meeting the midwife at this time. And so you offer those services, the adolescent health services to these pregnant women at that time when they are not going to meet anybody and feel intimidated. And so training was ongoing to train health personnel. Because I must say that in our facility, before then, we might have not completely solved that. But I think things are changing. Health workers could address the young person who comes to the hospital, and then the person will not come back again. Because they are like, you this small boy.
We know of several instances.
And so now training is ongoing, and that perception is changed, because with the new laws, the adolescents have a right to access reproductive health. It is a right.
It is a right.
Yes, it is a right. So when they walk to you in the facility, it is not your duty to be judgmental. It is your duty to offer the service they need. And I think now things are changing in our facility.
Gradually.
When they walk in, we welcome them, make them feel comfortable, and you try to provide the privacy that they need and the confidentiality, and you attend to them privately and let them go away. And I have, in some instances, I've had this apprentice coming in, you are with them, and then their madam also walks in. And that is why privacy is very important. So they will hint you that
essential.
The woman that is speaking, at the waiting room is my master. And I didn't tell her I was coming here. So we provide, we have doors So when you are citing such clinics, you do it in such a way that you have an outlet and inlet.
Okay,
so that you can get her out.
Yeah. You don't go through the same door you came. That is excellent.
So you design it in such a way that you do it. You know, these adolescents can have their services quietly and go. So a lot of things are in progress. Ghana Health Service has put in all these things to help them. And so we don't scorn them when they come, we don't shout at them, we don't judge them. We offer them the services that they need. About the GES thing, I'm not a teacher, but I think the problem they still have now, even though the policy, there's a policy on the girl child coming back to school, I think is the stigma we have to deal with.
Yeah.
Because I have encountered a number of girls that wouldn't like to go to school with the pregnancy because of the stigma. They tell you that when I go, they laugh at me.
Yeah.
They would make fun of me, and I cannot continue with that. So I think now that is the thing that stops them from coming back to school. The policy is there, all right, but the society has not come to terms with the policy. So if we can, at the schools, educate these young ones and let them understand that we are not promoting them becoming pregnant, because allowing them to come back to school does not stop them from suffering the consequences. And like MFA said, the consequence goes beyond just the pregnancy and delivery. And in fact, there is a proof that it goes in cycle. When you have a teenager becoming pregnant, the likelihood is that that child will also, get pregnant in her teens if it is a female. Yes, and there has been a study in that area, and so there's a proof that the cycle continues, and poverty cycle also goes that way.
Sexual violence comes
that way.
All of it.
The young mother is young, brought up a young child that she herself is not matured enough to train. So by the teens, that girl gets pregnant. And the poverty cycle continues because already she is handicapped. She is not educated, she's not into any trade. So this little one who is pushed out to fend for herself, gets pregnant, and the cycle continues.
Thank you very much, Auntie Rebecca. Madam Rebecca, that was enlightening us. Well, like we are saying, it becomes a cycle. If the girl, a pregnant adolescent girl, does not get the required support to put her life back on track, it would mean that the likelihood of that baby growing up, if it's a girl, getting pregnant when they are very small is very high. It means it becomes a cycle. So one day you enter a community and they will say, oh, that house, they give birth early. That's what they are known for. These are it. I have come across a lot of these cases. We meet a girl who is pregnant and she's about 14 and say, okay, so you talk to her, can we go to the house? Okay, you go to your house. Where is your mother? That's my mother. I'm like, are you serious? I'm older than that woman. And yeah, that's her mother. So it becomes a cycle. We all need support. Please, my people are prompting me that we are almost out of time. I want us to just quickly. Okay, you will respond to that very soon. I just want us to, we are here because of our parents, we are here because of our young people. Let's sum up the advice for them. Preventive measures. I think that's what people are not listening to. Preventive measures. Let's just sum up the advice. Parents, young people, please, if you could just come in quickly for me.
My advice to parents, as a parent, is let's pay attention to the needs of our children. They are not on holidays. You use a term,
schools are closed, but it is not a holiday. Yeah.
We have to occupy them.
Yeah.
you would occupy them with academic work, try to occupy them with house chores, try to occupy them with business ventures, that is those who are grown, and you can send them to the shop if you have a shop, you own a shop and you are going to go with them, just to help you keep an eye on them. So that they don't walk around, you see them all over town like you said. They are all over town roaming. And once you are idle, there is a saying that the devil finds work for the idle hands. Yes. And so once they are idle, they would indulge in these things that would lead to teenage pregnancies. So occupy them and be interested in helping them solve their problems. The female girl, when menstruating, as you mentioned, as a mother, as a father, I think the fathers should be. My daughters don't have a problem telling their father they need a pad. So it depends on how you open up to them. Exactly. So it doesn't really mean that only the woman should be providing the pad. So when I'm not there, what happens? So they should be able to talk to any parent that I need a pad. And then that openness, most of them when they come, the problem they have is that parents don't have time to talk with their children. So let's find time to discuss with them how they solve their problem. I don't know where this thing is coming off. How they solve their problems and prevent them from roaming unnecessarily.
Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca. Yes, Mr. Abdurrahman.
Before I talk of the preventive measures,
quickly,
I'd like to take out
quickly.
What GES also put in place some of the issues relating to managing this situation. One of it is that to every school these days, you see that we have guidance and counseling centers.
You mean we have it in every school?
Almost every school, because my school is and I happen to be a guidance and counseling coordinator.
Oh, okay.
So for that matter, I can stand.
So your school has it. Okay.
And I am the coordinator.
Okay.
And then also we realize that GES as an institution also has policies, as earlier on indicated. So we must obey these policies. For instance, when a teacher and a student has this intimate relationship, and possibly there's anything that has to do with sexual relationship, then it's termed as a department. And for that matter, the teacher is taking...
That is another topic for another day.
So for that matter, it's a no-go area for the teacher. And then so there's a need with dialogue with parents of these young ones. And GS has approved that one as well. Dialoguing with parents in relation to their pregnant
girls. Okay.
Is very important. Okay. Madam made mention of stigma.
Yes.
Dealing with stigma at the school setting. Actually, some schools are actually dealing with it. Some of us happen to be village teachers in Kuku. We are not within the town itself. And we realize that the children that the school is teaching actually are fed from the community into the school. For that matter, we realize that they are almost like a family. So for that matter, if you don't deal with the stigma before advising anything, possibly it might not go on well. I could have given a scenario, but due to the fact that
I would have
given. But some of the measures again is put in place for these young teenagers is that GES actually kept on hammering on abstinence-only messages. Abstinence only messages. But we have decided to incorporate reproductive health education.
Thank you.
That is what we have decided to incorporate into the abstinence-only messages for them to be able to manage themselves. And then also sensitization. There's a need we sensitize these young ones, what the future holds for them. So they should get rid of these pregnancy issues. And then also teenagers need to be assertive. They should be assertive. These are some of the key issues GES put in place for young ones.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rahman. I think, please, our production team, we have to come back to some of the issues raised here. I think because of the constraints of time, we haven't really been able to enter some of them properly. We would love the opportunity to come back. But briefly, let me just run to my Facebook. I'm sorry. Let me just run to my Facebook and come back. Sherifa, we hear you. You are following us. Merdia is following us. Oh, Arafat is here. And then Meet, hi, in the Netherlands, right? Yes, hi to you. We have Humo. Humo, I think you made a comment about fathers also needing to talk to their children about menstruation, about pads. And she said over here is forbidden. Girls cannot just walk to their fathers and ask them for sanitary pads and all that. But that's the thing, you have to relate to your child. That's where you get to know when things are happening to them. When they can easily come to you and say, Daddy, so this is what this guy did to me. And Daddy will take it up. But if you don't have that kind of conversation, if that home environment is not conducive enough for the girl or the boy, things will happen to them and they keep it to themselves. By the time you see the stomach is over there and you don't understand it, yes, you will be shocked. But basically, what Ghana Health Service, Ghana Education Service are telling us is this. They have policies in place. They have measures in place to ensure that all these social consequences of COVID-19 are taken care of. We are making sure that it does not happen. But just when it happens, what do you do? Ghana Education Service says you can still come to school. They are working on their teachers also. I know some of the teachers are problematic too. So when the girls go back to school, then they use them as examples to the rest of the class. They should stop that thing. It is demotivating the girls from coming to school. But they have the systems in place. If a teacher does that to you, a pregnant girl, go and report that teacher. Yeah? Report that teacher. Counsel, the counseling, the guidance and counseling service is there. You have to. Ghana Health Service is saying that, so when you come, you have to come to ANC when you are pregnant to ensure that to make sure that they take care of you, they monitor you, no complications arise. Even when the complications arise, that they are able to manage it very well. We do not want to lose any girl. We don't want any girl to go through this obstetric fistula thing. It is inhumane. You should see it. Once again, you have been watching us. Schools are closed, but it is not a holiday. This is brought to you by Savannah Signatures in close collaboration with Educans International. Schools are closed, but it is not a holiday. Remember to clean your hands with soap and water as often as possible. Even if you go and touch the mango tree, when you come, wash your hand before you enter your room. Remember to sanitize the doorknobs, the handles. Very critical. If you don't have soap and water, running water, please sanitize your hands. Alcohol-based sanitizers. Remember your face or nose mask anytime you are going out. Please observe the social distancing protocols like we are doing here. It is necessary. We do not want to lose anybody to COVID-19. If you have any reproductive health issues, please call the short code 5100, the Agoshi Plus platform. You can as well call 0544 711 799, 0544 711 799, or 05028 63699. If you feel you have COVID-19 symptoms, please call call 311 for more information on that. If you want to report a suspected case, please call 112. It is crucial. Times are difficult, times are deadly. We need to ensure our survival. We need to ensure the survival of this our race. thank you once again for listening to us. Today, I wanted to say cheese whilst washing my hand, but time is fast spent, so we will say adios for now. We will see you when we see you again. Thank you for watching.
All right.
Arafat, you mean you couldn't have given us